Oh no!
What?
What's happening?
Oh,
my God.
What up, Delver gang?
Hey, gang.
Chris and Nicole are back at it again with another reaction. Today we're going to be reacting to Made in Abyss, Season 2, Episode 8.
The form the wish takes.
And in the last episode, we saw so much, honestly. It was a lot of backstory. A lot was revealed about the new Cradle of Desire.
Right? Wish granting egg.
Yeah. Everyone got real sick.
Yeah.
Burning
butts.
Burning butts. A wish was made. And everyone seems all good now towards the end.
Yep. I wonder why.
Let's find out.
Yeah, let's go.
Oh. Wait.
This is before.
They're just waiting out there again? Oh, dude, she was waiting.
She was waiting. Oh, wow.
What?
Wait, what promise? Oh, no.
Oh, so sad.
I know. Oh.
Ooh, wonder what it is.
I know, I wonder. Oh my gosh, what's happening?
Oh.
Oh no.
What?
What's happening?
Oh,
my
God.
Oh my gosh.
Jesus.
Wow.
Oh my God, that was so intense. The red in her eye. Oh, no.
Oh no.
Oh my God.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my God. Yurumi. That was crazy. What the heck? Oh no. Bad times. Yes, they chopped those babies up and ate them.
Yeah, probably.
The babies tasted good. Whoa, what's happening?
Why does his face look like that? Uh-oh.
Oh God.
Oh my gosh.
This is not good.
He looks traumatized.
Ooh, can resist.
Uh-oh.
What's happening?
Oh. Oh. What'd you do to Belef?
I told it. It's either Irumyui or the babies.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. This is worrying.
She's alright then. Oh my gosh, wonder what she's
What's she gonna look like? I don't know.
Oh my God.
Oh my gosh. Whoa. She's looking like the
village.
Oh.
Dude, I was right. Maybe.
Oh. Yurumi.
Oh my gosh. Oh, the voice acting here is horribly tragic. Oh my.
Oh no. Oh. The babies are the cure.
I knew it. Oh,
Oh no.
oh God.
Oh my gosh.
This is horrible. Yep. Uh-oh.
Oh my god. Oh boy.
Faint.
Oh, she's gonna faint.
Oh my goodness. Oh my God.
Oh.
Dude. She's getting massive.
Yeah. I mean, that's just in like a couple days now.
Yeah. She's gonna give birth to Faputa, I think.
Yeah.
Or something. Like an egg's gonna come out. Because she has to burst from that egg.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh. Oh.
Oh my gosh, what happened to Irumyui? I did.
It was her wish, man.
Oh gosh.
Mm.
Oh my
Oh Oh my
God.
gosh.
Bella.
Belaf is looking very traumatized. Oh.
My God. Dude, the babies are getting bigger.
Yeah, really big. Getting even bigger.
Oh my gosh. Oh.
Ooh.
Don't touch it directly.
Oh yeah, don't touch it directly.
Second.
Gave her
Another one?
another egg?
No
There are
way.
more.
What? I
Whoa.
wonder how many there are.
But you can't use them. You need
Yeah.
a child.
Oh God, that face.
I know.
She did end up saving everybody, huh?
The time has
For
come.
what?
For what?
Her true wish, dude.
How does he know this is it?
Oh, she's moving.
Whoa.
What?
Whoa.
The hell? What's happening?
What is
It's
happening?
like sliding down the hill.
Whoa.
Okay. It's Ma.
It's
not
Ma.
just-
That's what I was thinking too. I was like, Ma? Is
Ma?
that Ma's Ma?
No, that'd be crazy. That's too insane. Irumi just turns into Ma.
Oh no! Isn't that her lover?
It might be.
Oh no!
What? Oh!
Oh my
no.
god! Oh no! Just popped her.
Oh God, look at Bella.
Oh.
Jesus.
Now I feel bad for Bella. Oh my gosh.
Oh, he was a noble.
Noble.
Hmm.
Yeah, I could see that. Whoa.
We're gonna see the egg, and then
Gonna-
Paputa's
yeah,
gonna burst out of it.
Yeah.
Hmm. The curse is always stronger near
Oh.
the center as well.
Oh.
Oh. Dude, this hell reminds me of like Akira or something.
Yeah, yeah, totally.
What? Ooh, are they gonna transform now? The hollows?
I don't know.
Is Belaf gonna be like the first? He's gonna be like consumed and reborn as a hollow, possibly.
Oh.
Maybe. Maybe this is how they change.
Oh. Oh. Whoa.
Whoa. Dude, that's the barrier.
That's the barrier. What?
This is it.
This
I
is
knew
it.
it. I knew it. I knew she was the village. I freaking called that. Dude, he's gonna
Whoa,
transform.
he's gonna transform. Whoa.
Oh my
Whoa,
god.
this is so
This is
crazy.
crazy. This is a crazy,
Whoa.
crazy episode. Holy crap.
Oh, that's what he really
it.
looked like before.
Oh, he still has his limbs. How
Wow.
beautiful. Damn. Soundtrack though right here. Damn, would you go in there, Nicole?
I mean, or you die outside.
Oh, Becca's not gonna go in.
Hmm.
But eventually she is in the village.
Mm-hmm. Oh. Hmm.
Oh man. This... What? Why so?
Mm-hmm. Whoa.
No.
What?
She survives though.
Oh, no. Whoa.
What? He used the cradle on himself?
He tried it, at least. Oh.
Oh man.
Oh, no.
Yay. What?
Oh.
Hmm. How is she able to keep her human form though?
Mm.
The compass.
Mm.
Wow.
Whoa.
That was...
Whoa. Oh, these are the signals.
Yeah, the signals she was talking about.
Oh, you could see who turned in who. Hey!
Oh my god, yeah.
Whoa!
イルミュイはひた隠しにただ一つの願いを叶えようと求めてもいられなかった。あまりにも儚く
Oh, the other egg.
Oh,
This is it. This is it.
Yes,
Oh, it is still Irumyumi.
She's both.
Final child. Yeah.
Ah.
Wow.
This is her real wish.
Oh.
あなたは何も
Oh.
何も許してはいなかった。私からあの子の姿は見えないけれど聞こえるよ。
Whoa.
数えきれないほどの兄弟たちの無念を
Dibbling.
囚われて帰ってきた子供たちと生まれてくるはずだった子供たち。これはイルミュイが何度でも名前をつけるから。君は少し温かいね。子守歌を歌うから。亡くなっちゃったお母さんの代わりに何度でも何度でも末の妹のことが心配なんだね。優しいイルミュイの子供たち全部忘れないように何度でも何度でも。
Oh man. Full story.
Crazy.
Man, that's crazy.
Damn.
本来ね、イルミュイに村を維持するだけの力は残ってはいなかったんだ。3つの卵はファプタに受け継がれる。
Oh.
でもね、ここでの営みイルミュイを生かし続けて、今この村はかつてよりもこの村の幕を越えて入ってこられないからずっと方法を探してるみたいだけど。
Just trying to get in.
やめろって言われてやめる？やめない。つまりあなた自身は何をしようとしているの？自分は
Yeah, what do you want?
Yeah. I mean, you're finally out.
ただ一つだけだよ。あの子のことを。
That's so sweet.
So sweet.
That was so sweet.
He's so nice.
Oh man,
Woo.
that was insane. Wow.
Whoa.
Whoa, man, that one was
Ooh,
crazy.
That was amazing. I
Yeah.
really, really liked that episode.
Yes.
And it was so satisfying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, so many things were answered. That was like
know.
the really
Yeah.
straight
like,
up all
this
the
is it.
answers were there.
Yeah. I'm so
all the
happy.
mysteries. Yeah, I'm so satisfied with that one. It was good.
I'm really,
Great.
really happy.
Good stuff. Did you guys like it?
Yeah. How was it for you guys? I was like,
Ooh,
I was so
mind
happy.
blown.
I know. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is it.
And I was kind of right.
Yes.
We, yeah. Kind of.
Kind of.
Definitely about the Faputa or Irumyui being the village.
Yeah, right?
And then, yeah, I mean, and
separating.
Faputa is
Yeah,
something different.
yeah,
But kind of the
kind of,
same
but
as
I mean,
Irumyui. But
yeah.
like, yeah. But man, all right, let's
Yeah.
get straight into it,
Yeah.
guys. Let's break down this episode scene by scene and give our thoughts, theories, and also differences from the manga. All right, so this first scene that we're going to be breaking down is called Faputa and Reg Meet Again.
This just blew me out of the water. I was so like, whoa, this is so intense right out of the gate.
Yeah, so intense. I love this scene.
Yeah.
Like the intensity in the eyes of
Yeah.
like Faputa right before
Yeah,
she's
right
about
before
to tear
she-
her arm and her
And
ear
her
off.
ear. Yeah. And then, no, but I love just like the juxtaposition of her being like so like almost sad and
Oh, yeah,
helpless
yeah.
and cute. And then it goes into like super animalistic
Yes.
like look. Oh man, the faces in this episode are like really detailed. Like I love them. They're-
Reg's face also in this scene
Yeah.
is really good as
yeah.
well.
There's so much emotion.
Yeah, so much emotion and like his eyes are really big at one point and then
Yeah.
right before it happens they kind of shrink.
Yeah, like
And it's like,
is she
oh
gonna
man.
do what I think she's gonna do?
But there's actually a difference in the manga here. This is
Oh.
actually different placement of this scene. This scene
Okay.
actually happens before this in the manga. So like I
Oh.
think it happens in the last chapter.
Oh, okay.
So a little bit switcherooed, but yeah, minor difference there.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it definitely grabbed my attention for this episode.
Yeah, it's a great way to start the
Yeah.
chapter, I think, or
Yeah.
the episode.
Yeah.
Man, crazy. But yeah. Again, we see Reg coming out of the village here, and we see that Faputa and her interference unit are kind of waiting there, right?
Yeah.
And yeah, man. So what? I have a question for you. Why do you think that she's so close with this particular interference unit? Because later we see that she just straight up destroys the other ones.
Yeah, like no regard for them at all.
Like, why? Like, what makes this one different?
I don't know. I really don't know. Like,
she's like really close.
Yeah, and it seems like this one even has like a connection to her too. But I mean, I honestly
because the other
don't
ones
know.
are more. I guess they kind of were a part of
the,
like
the
Ganja. Like
yeah, that's actually kind of what I was kind of thinking now too. It was like because they were there from the beginning, she kind of associates them with the Ganja, and she's like obviously very angry at them.
Yeah, like F those guys.
Yeah, like
you're with them.
Yeah,
right?
you're with them, and I don't care. I don't want to even see you, basically. So she'd be like murders
Obviously,
them.
this one she met afterwards.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. So
outside of the village, so
right.
maybe
that's what the difference is. She found it, and she's probably been alone for like however long, and she finally found something or someone that to kind of at least have some, relationship.
Yeah, man, crazy.
Yeah.
One manga difference though.
Ooh.
There's like a half chapter, and it's a volume that's considered like an extra chapter or like a volume extra, and it actually shows how Faputa meets this particular interference unit. I don't know if they're gonna animate this because they haven't been animating any of the half chapters or any of the volume extras so far. But this chapter is really interesting, and it's actually pretty important because it talks a lot about like value and like haku. So yeah, I feel like they might actually animate this one.
Oh,
so.
I hope they do. I'm very curious about that other interference unit.
Yeah, so that will maybe be revealed.
Yeah.
But yeah, so the promise here,
The
right?
promise. I know. Like, what is the promise?
Yeah, what do you think the promise is?
I don't know. She kind of talks about eradicating everyone. I don't know. Honestly, I feel like the promise is gonna be using his incinerator to like kill everyone or something.
Yeah, like I promise to you that I will destroy the village or eradicate everybody.
Yeah.
or at least, at the very least, destroy the village.
Destroy the village. Like
because I don't know if
destroy
she's
the wall.
Yeah. Because I don't know if she has the firepower. She's like capable of like destroying this giant building.
Yeah.
But Reg can.
Reg totally
Reg
can.
with his annihilator, he can blast the whole thing.
Yeah, I'm kind of scared. Like, cause I know that his annihilator can do it, but I'm like, what if his promise is like to like suicide bomb the village?
Oof. Could be.
Yeah,
we don't know. Like,
I don't know. Yeah.
I don't know. But yeah, she then says, if this is for the promise, then I will happily sacrifice
Oh my gosh,
my ear and my arm.
Yeah.
So she uses both of her other arms.
One
to
side.
grab the top of her head and then her other arm, and she rips them both off.
I know.
In this savage but like beautiful scene, honestly.
Yeah,
it was cool.
Very just well animated, and I feel the intensity, like I really felt it, and like, oh man, it was so
the intensity, man.
And it was just like, I can't believe she did that. Like I was like
I was shocked. I was like, whoa,
is she gonna give her hair? Is she gonna give her nails? Like something not like where you rip out your parts. But I don't know. I'm guessing she's very well aware of like the value of giving stuff to people in the village, so maybe that's why she knew she had to give like a pretty decent amount.
Do you think she's forever like that, or do you think she'll grow it back, she'll heal?
I don't know, because she's not in the village. Like she's not in the village where they just come back.
We saw like people in the village, they have a ability to heal. Like Mog had like its arm ripped off, and then it was able to heal. Yeah, like a similar injury to this. Yeah, and Ma was able to come back and look fairly normal.
Yeah. But I don't know.
Is this a hollow thing, or is this a village thing?
Oh, yeah, I don't know.
So I guess that's the main difference. I guess we'll see in the future if Hiram Yui's gonna heal from this. I hope she does.
Faputa.
Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah. Faputa. If Faputa is gonna heal from this. Yeah. I hope she does.
I hope she does.
But she's shown that she could grow arms.
That's true. She can grow arms, and actually, like even
in that
cave, kind
right?
of like back part, like she has like stretchy arms, and like she has a lot of different abilities. So I don't see why her ability
can't
like
change her form. Like she turns into like this like almost like cloud, like liquid form.
Yeah,
like,
and when she's like moving really fast.
Yeah.
So I wonder if she kind of has that ability, like how even Kaja like changed into a fast form, but because she's not limited by value, maybe she can do whatever she wants.
Yeah, I mean, she's like the essence of value.
Yeah.
She's literally the most valuable thing.
Yeah.
So maybe she just has unlimited value and she could just do whatever she wants.
Yeah.
Man. But wow, what a great scene.
Yeah, totally.
All right, guys. So the next scene that we're going to break down here, I like to call the cost of desire.
イルミユイのとこ行くけど来るかい？ほんと綺麗だよね。見てよこのツヤ。
Yeah.
And yeah, in this scene, we kind of see what the cost of Irum Yui's wishes are, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And man.
And wishes, yeah. I mean, like totally. It was just, there wasn't, I feel like when they kind of tell you this, you always think like, oh, it must be like a singular wish. But no, this was definitely like
a combination.
Combination of different things because it was her deepest desires. And I feel like just like even reading your guys' comments, like it really was like, oh yeah, like totally. Like it's a combination of her purest desires as a child. And you know, you guys named like quite a few. And
yeah,
I
what you
totally
guys said
agree.
down there, and it totally makes sense.
Yeah.
All the points you guys made, especially with like her and her pet.
Her pet, yeah.
Wanting to save people, wanting to
have babies.
To have babies.
Yeah.
And be useful and to save everybody.
Yeah.
And it kind of had that whole like monkey paw kind of thing where it's like you get what you want, but it comes at a cost and it may not come exactly how you thought it would.
Exactly.
And it's probably in a bad way.
Yeah, and
right?
it definitely was.
These eggs are basically monkey paws. Right?
Yeah, basically. Be careful what you wish for.
Yeah, man, it's crazy. And then we see Faputa or Irum Yui and kind of evolving, changing. And this is the first time we get to see her really looking like what the village is eventually gonna be.
Yeah.
She's like elongated.
Yeah, she
right?
starts to grow like kind of like a tree, like wide and then tall. Exactly what we see. And man, if I think about like when we see the village, what it looks like currently versus like as she was developing, I'm like, oh my gosh, she just kept growing and growing and growing.
Because like initially when she's first turns into the village in the next scene, she can only fit like them.
Yeah.
Like and now the village is like gigantic.
Yeah. Yeah, there's like a market. There's like a different area where they do the luring.
Yeah.
And it's kind of just crazy like how much all of this evolved just because of her desires and her wishes.
1900 years, huh?
Yeah.
But yeah, it's crazy. And then we get to see her children kind of and it's revealed that they're eating these babies, guys.
Yeah, Wazukyan just like, how did he even come up with this? Like, do you think he's just like, why don't we try eating?
I think they're starving at this point, right?
Oh, because there's like,
everyone's sick. There's
nothing to eat.
They can't hunt.
They can't hunt. Yeah,
they can't
you're right.
hunt because like everyone's sick.
Yeah.
And there's nothing we can use to feed everybody.
Right.
So I mean, these things are here.
And then some of them are dead. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I think initially he was doing the dead ones.
Yeah, initially.
But eventually, apparently, freshness matters.
Yeah.
So he started killing the live ones.
You know that.
But that was the cure.
Yeah.
The live ones are the ones that really started to.
I felt
which is
so torn.
Messed up.
I felt so torn because I'm like, a part of me is like, okay, Wazukyan, he just seemed so heartless and like almost evil to me. But then if you look at it from his perspective too, like he's one of the leaders in charge of this group. Like he's being practical and, realist. Like this is what you have to do. And I don't know. I'm like, do I hate him? I don't know. How do you feel about Wazukyan?
I don't know. He's just a really mysterious and enigmatic character, like you guys were saying. But I don't know. Like, do you really think he actually is a prophet? Like, do you think he has that ability to predict the future in a way?
I don't know. He talks about that later, and I'm kind of like, maybe he doesn't. Maybe he's just really good at, getting kind of not manipulating like the situation, but just getting what he wants by doing what's necessary. That's what it kind of seems like he was going towards.
Right. Yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, honestly, like you have to save everybody. He's like one of the leaders, and the other two are kind of incapacitated at this point. Yeah. And he had to make a decision, and honestly, it saved everybody.
It saves everyone. And honestly, if you think about it too, like he is probably the next to like the other guy that's like a really strong guy, like he's like a real adult. I still feel like everyone else is still very young.
Bella and Beko
are like they're younger.
kind of like young, like
young
Young
adults.
adults.
Yeah, like young adults, but they're definitely not like older as Wazukyan and the other guy.
Yeah. Ajapoka.
Achapoka, there you go. Yeah.
Ajapoka, yeah.
Yeah. So I feel like he's just like, I gotta make the tough decisions, and he goes with it.
Yeah, man. Crazy though.
What do you guys think? Do you guys feel like he was practical, or was he heartless, or how do you guys feel about Wazukyan?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's weird. It's a very like strange
and he's so
dilemma.
like carefree at certain points. He's like,
yeah.
What do you think of my? How do I look?
Yeah, how do I? Isn't it fitting? It's like,
oh gosh.
And then the part that really like I felt really weird about is like when he was like touching the baby with the knife, and
like,
he's like,
look at its sheen.
Look at the sheen,
yeah.
and I'm like, you're kind of enjoying that too much. Like, I understand it's necessary, but I don't know. Yeah, that was just like, ugh, not good.
Yeah, and again with Yui's screams again. Oh my gosh.
Voice acting is so piercing, and it's just like really.
And then they started to like really distort it at this point.
Right.
Like you can tell like it kind of has this like more like very like I don't know like alien sound
it's like it sounds like a young girl, but it's losing its humanity.
Yeah, totally. They did a great job.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Yeah, this was just I love this episode. Like everything about it was just from beginning to end like gripping.
Yeah.
Really gripping.
And we also get a scene with Belaf and Veko here.
God, yeah.
And we see what's happening to Belaf. Like he's losing his sanity here.
Yeah,
like
for
really.
sure.
And yeah, I don't know.
I feel guilty. I remember I was like, why is he spying on them? And you know, a part of me felt like him and Wazukyan were kind of like iffy.
Yeah.
But now it's just totally like, it's mostly Wazukyan is iffy, and Belaf has this like conscious of guilt, and, you know, and also just not ever experiencing something as this traumatic.
Yeah. And then he's like pulling on his eyes here, and then Veko's like, no, your eyes.
Your eyes, yeah.
And then that kind of makes me think about like episode 1 when she mentions, I think they're talking about beauty, right?
Right. They're on the boat still, on the way to the island.
And then he asks Veko, what do you think beauty is? And she says like, your eyes are really pretty or something like that.
Yeah.
Your eyes. Oh, I have it actually right here. She says, your eyes ... sure are pretty. But yeah, they in this scene they're kind of like discussing beauty, and they also kind of talk about like finding that light within the darkness,
right?
And like really still, even though you're in that darkness, like really striving still to go towards that light or find that light, and in the face of darkness, like continue with your goals and like, be a human, I guess.
Right.
And yeah, I don't know. This is like a really constant theme within this episode, all the episodes of this season.
I think overall,
where like they continually talk about darkness and finding that light, and then Veko talks a lot about like finding warmth within the darkness. But like I think she says there's only darkness, but it's like a warm darkness.
Yeah.
And then in this
so
episode,
bleak.
they talk even more about that darkness.
Yeah.
And then it's like an ever-present theme of this season, but it's there.
Yeah, no, it's like it's very deep, and I don't mean the pun for even the abyss is like deep, but like when they talk about the darkness, I just feel like it's kind of strange in this way that like they're looking into the darkness because they're going into the abyss, which is a hole into the ground, and then but they're still trying to find the light, and I'm just kind of like, what else? It's such a deeper meaning when you start to really think about it, because maybe Veko's kind of right in that sense of like there is no light. Maybe it is darkness, but there is a difference in the types of. Because I mean, if you look at this, what happens to Iruyumi is just there's no light of this at all. She turns into the village, she gets torn apart, the babies are eaten and like taken from her. Like it's horrible.
Like in the end of the day, she's being her body turned into a place for them to live.
Yeah, this
child babies are being eaten.
Yeah, like this child is totally sacrificed. Like her body, her desires, her wishes, everything, just for everyone else. And it just seems so terrible. Like they used her basically.
Yeah. Wow, and that is the cost of these desires.
Yep.
So the next scene that we're going to break down here for you guys, I like to call Formation of the Village.
穴の奥に何かある。これ欲望の洋蘭。
いよいよだねジェフ。信念が消えた。俺も心も何もかも食い散らかしてくれ。ここは君だけのものさ。
Yep. We finally see how it all starts.
So in this scene, we see the village Irumyui become the village, quite literally.
Yeah.
And she moves and becomes the village.
Yeah.
And there's a time skip here even.
Yeah.
And so many things happen in this scene. So I mean, so first thing I want to talk about is let's talk about this time skip. Like how much time has passed.
Yeah, we see that her Veko's hair goes from like this short to like maybe like
it's
back.
pretty much like as long as your hair is, I would say.
Yeah. And then it starts to go past her shoulders.
It goes past her shoulders, like middle of your back.
Yeah.
So that's, I actually measured Nicole's hair from
reference
from her hair to like about where Veko's was, which is like the middle of her back, is 9 inches.
Yeah.
So hair apparently grows
approximate.
What was it?
6 inches.
6 inches
per year.
Yeah. So that means 3 inches equals half a year. So we have 9 inches. So that's 1.5 years, possibly. About.
It seems like it.
Quite long, actually.
Yeah.
Longer than I thought. I thought it was like maybe months.
Yeah, I agree. I did think that it wasn't.
Unless her hair grows extremely fast.
I mean, people, your hair does grow at different rates depending on a bunch of things. But I think we're supposed to assume that it is actually a pretty good long time.
Like 1.5 years.
Because her babies at this time, they're all growing. They're only about this big, and by the end, they were like so
huge.
big
They
that
had to like put them on stretchers.
Yeah. So like it's quite different. And it was just like, wow, so much time happened. And man, I can't believe she just starts to get up and move.
Yeah. She just apparently just starts moving here.
Yeah, she like does like a scream again.
Yeah, like she screams and then Veko looks inside of the birthing hole or whatever it is.
Yeah.
And we see another egg.
Yeah, another egg. So there are multiple eggs out there.
Didn't you say that last time?
Well, it was kind of like a ethereal, like maybe there's more than one.
Yeah.
It was just kind of like maybe.
I was like, there's not more than one. This thing is special.
No,
apparently it's not.
There's more.
There's multiple.
Yeah, actually, and then it did make sense when
we even see another one later.
It makes sense though, because like Wazukyan was even saying.
Do you think there's even more?
There's definitely more.
Like that they have.
Oh, that they have? I don't know. I don't know if it's more that they have. I don't think so. I don't think so, yeah. But there's definitely more out there. But I mean, I was just going to say, like, it just made sense that there were more. Because it's like, we didn't even question that the interference units were like, yeah, that's that egg. And it's like, oh, wait, if you know what it is.
Why do they even want children? They don't even have an egg. And they can't even get an egg because, like, they don't have an interference unit that can go in and out. My question now is, what's the point of having a child or having the body of a child to make a wish if you don't even have an egg to make a wish on?
There is an egg.
Unless there is another egg.
Yeah.
But I mean, later they said the 3 eggs that they had got what's it called? Got
transferred to
inherited by Faputa.
Yeah.
So in the village, the 3 eggs that they did have, unless there's a couple other secret eggs somewhere, like there's no point in even wanting a child, right?
Well, maybe
because you can't even get an egg. You can't leave the village. Why would you want?
So I don't. Now that we understand that, like they can't really do anything, even if they had like a body of a child. I think it's just that wanting, that homesickness that they talk about, because that was like the purest thing that everyone wanted, and so to them that's still the most valuable. Whether or not
maybe
they
it's
can
because it's the most valuable.
Yeah.
Because it's like, I could trade anything if I had this, you know?
Yeah, pretty
much. But then they're willing to like trade stuff for a child. So,
yeah.
I don't know. I guess we'll see. Maybe there is another secret egg.
Yeah.
But yeah, man.
Yeah. And I don't know, you know what I was kind of questioning too, like right when this happens, like I'm sure Irumi has been like screaming and like doing stuff like that, but Wazukyan at this point is like, it's her true wish now. And I'm like, how do you know that? How do you know she's just not like doing, I don't know, freaking out again?
I think because she is like getting up or like really moving. Like she's on the move.
Yeah.
That's one, like,
yeah.
one might
She's
say.
on
I
the
kept saying.
I
Like
know.
when they see it, they have the scene of like her moving, and then he's like, she's on the move.
No, you would not stop saying that. And we've
This is
watched it,
funny.
multiple times. So I had to listen to Chris keep going, she's on the move.
She's on the move.
And she was.
She was.
She
She was
was.
on the move.
And one thing I wanted to point out too was I know we were like joking and I was like, eh, or you even said like, looks like Ma. And I'm like,
Oh,
oh, yeah,
yeah,
Ma's
dude.
Ma. But isn't it kind of, wait,
Yeah, like
I wanna
her
say-
in this form
looks like
with
Ma,
the
right?
pink on the outside,
And
it
also the
looks just
shape.
like Ma. Yeah,
And
the shape.
I'm kind of wondering like, did they do that on purpose? Like, because Ma to me seems like a very pure, one of the purest hollows there. And then Irumi was like a child too. And I wonder if they share some kind of like
I don't
purity.
know. Ma is so childlike as well,
Yeah. And like Ma also like, when they did take away Ma's value, there was like stuffed animals and everything. And yeah, I don't know. I
Maybe,
feel
don't
like
know.
there's some
Is
kind
there
of
some
relation.
kind of connection there
Yeah.
between Ma and Irumyui?
Yeah, because I
That'd
mean,
be interesting.
Irumyui could make Ma however, or if she wanted when they kind of went into her, and everything. So
Speaking of connections,
Yeah.
actually Wazukyon actually mentions that when Beko got sick, Irumyui got sick.
Yeah.
And that's why he put the second egg
right.
in her.
right,
So like they kind of have this like connection as well. Like
Yeah.
Veko and Irumyui, even in this form, like they both got sick at the same time. And I
Yeah.
just think that's weird, right? Like interesting, but like they're not actually connected, but they kind of are.
yeah. I don't know. Maybe it's just this unknown bond because they were always so close.
But yeah, man.
Hmm.
And yeah, she gets up and this
Yeah.
is it. This is like
it,
her
yeah.
moving.
And then
She's
she picks the spot and everything.
yeah. So before that, we see like people kind of getting like
Oh my
decimated.
God,
like we
yeah.
see
Oh my gosh.
what's her name?
Ilium?
Ilium? And she
Yeah.
just get picked up by
Oh
one of these flying
gosh,
creatures
I
and
did-
it just like crushes her.
I know.
Like I don't even know, like a water balloon.
Yeah, I was not expecting that. I was like, okay, she got picked up. She's gonna get grabbed. She's gonna get eaten. Like that's what's gonna happen. Not that she's gonna get squished and like pop. I was like, oh my
Yeah.
god, that was so
Ooh,
brutal.
It was pretty brutal.
Like,
Classic Made in
why
Abyss
did she
style.
pop like that?
Oh gosh. Well,
Yeah.
that's what we signed up for.
Yeah, and it's just like, hurry up, go follow Irumi.
Yeah.
Like-
Don't get caught. Don't get caught. Like basically.
Yeah, don't get
her.
caught in the fray.
And then we see Wazukyan carrying Bellof here.
And Belif still,
He's like
he's
like
gone
gone.
crazy, yeah.
He's totally insane
He's-
at this point.
yeah, he's just so depressed and like he can't stand the guilt of
Yeah.
what happened, what he
Yeah. The
did.
guilt.
Yeah.
And actually, this is the first time that Wazukyan actually mentions that Bellof was a noble.
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah.
a little interesting. We get a tiny bit of backstory for him. Like
Mm-hmm.
he was formerly a noble of their country.
Yeah.
Like he had no noble blood. Like it seems like everybody else here were kind of like outcasts
Right.
or like just like people that were just like cast out or
Yeah.
like forsaken, disgraced people.
Yeah.
But like what caused him as a noble to be disgraced?
I wonder if this do with his scar and his.
Yeah, right.
kind of
That's
like-
really good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm so curious about that. I hope they kind of elaborate a bit more about what
Yeah.
happened to Bellof and like how he was disgraced or cast
Yeah.
out and what's up with his scar. But
Yeah, and
I don't know. They might not.
They might not, but I feel like you can kind of pull from that.
It is interesting.
Yeah,
though.
because it all makes sense now that he's noble. Because like the way he speaks compared to
Mm-hmm.
everyone, the way he looks compared to everyone, like I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, I see that.
I think Wazukyan says in the manga like you have to be alive. You're indispensable. And then maybe you have to stay your cocky self.
Oh, he says
He
that.
says that like Bellof is cocky, but
Oh.
he kind of is. Like he kind of like
Yeah, because I'm noble.
I'm noble and stuff.
yeah,
Yeah, and then he kind of mentions that like you haven't suffered, you
Yeah.
haven't been used to suffering
yeah,
because you're a noble.
yeah,
And yeah, I don't know. But yeah, I don't know. Bellof just goes full on crazy at
yeah.
this
Like
point.
nothing. I guess he wasn't prepared for. I don't know if anyone could be prepared for anything like that.
Mhm.
That was so crazy.
But yeah, and then so Irumyui kind of goes to the edge of this cliffside, and then Wazukyan asks one of the interference units like, "What's special about this place?" And apparently it's a hidden spot,
A
secret.
hidden, yeah.
But it's not really anything special, but it's really close to the center of
Yeah.
this.
That's so strange that it's hidden, but in the middle.
hmm But yeah, apparently, so the quote he says a quote. So she wasn't fond of the shade, huh?
Right? More Or alluding to the darkness, right?
The darkness, but also like that desire of the sun and the smell of the sun.
Oh, yes.
Which everybody has. Like Wazukan has that smell about him.
Yeah.
And they all kind of have that smell of the sun.
Yeah.
And I wonder if that's related anything to the location of the village and how she wanted to be in the sun.
Yeah.
But
yeah. Or maybe in their deepest desires, they all wish they could leave, but they know they can't.
And like hit that sun again.
Yeah.
Because they haven't had any sunlight.
Yeah.
Forever.
Yeah. Ever since they descended. But one thing I kind of wanted to ask, like, because, they do talk about how Wazukan gave Irumi the second egg, right? And then and Beko's like, she looks like this because of that. What do you think? Do you think that's true? And or would Irumi look different if he never gave her the second egg? Yeah.
She might have died maybe if she didn't give her the second egg. I don't know.
Did it
I mean,
save
the
her?
second egg, I think the wish is Faputa. I think she would have still turned out this way because this is still her first wish.
Right.
And then the second egg is Faputa. So regardless of the second egg, I think she would have turned out like this. This is a part of her first wish to me. I don't know.
Yeah. No, I mean, that makes sense. I'm just kind of like, so her wish for Faputa, and then Faputa represents her anger?
What does Faputa... I think Faputa is kind of essentially Irumyui. Like, I feel like she transferred her soul to, like, Irumyui because she looks way too similar. And then, I don't know, but then she doesn't have any of the memories of Irumyui at all or anything like that, but she has the feelings and she has that desire that Irumyui has, which is just to destroy
everyone.
Yeah, destroy everyone. I think she puts eradicate everyone.
Yeah.
So, or just destroy the village in general.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, do you think Faputa is literally Irumyui? I guess we'll talk about this later. We'll talk about this when we talk about Irumyui, the final child. But yeah.
I mean,
so moving on, Irumyui is hungry. So she starts grabbing all these.
She transforms a little.
Yeah, she
rips,
and then like the pink part comes off, and then this more lighter tone of, like wall is shown, and then there's like arms on the top, so that kind of like shows. I remember in episode like 2 when they show the village from the outside for the first time. Is that episode 3? Whenever Red got lost.
Yeah.
And then it kind of shows that big spire hanging out of the top.
Yeah.
I think that's like a solidified version of like
one of those
arms, possibly.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I think
But
so.
yeah, I don't know. But yeah, she ends up eating a bunch of these flying creatures.
Yeah.
And then as she's eating them, Wazukan's like, oh, she's devouring them. And then Belloff's like, devour me, my bones, my soul, all of it. Punish me.
Yeah,
like his guilt is just too great.
Yeah.
And he wants to be consumed by Irumyui.
Yeah.
And I love the line where he says like you can kind of get a real feel for how he feels, because like the main driving force behind his guilt is that he took something precious from her in order to extend his own life.
Yeah.
And like he feels guilt, he feels shame.
Yeah.
He feels like he's survived starvation and all of these other things, but like this feeling is like all his pride is gone.
Yeah.
And yeah,
like he basically doesn't feel human and he doesn't deserve to be alive.
Yeah, and at this point we see the barrier for the first time.
Yeah.
It like cracks open and then we see that familiar green like bubble barrier kind of thing.
Yeah.
And
this is it.
This is it. He enters. He's the first to enter. He's the first to go inside Irumyui.
Yeah.
And immediately we see these black strings come out, very similar to the strings that are attached to Beko later. And boom, he becomes his hollow form.
He fully changes. We get to see like what he really looked like before he gave away his legs and
this is we get to see his legs and everything. And I think it's interesting that it's always the eyes with him.
Yeah.
And then like his hollow form has like these like hollow eyes.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I think it's kind of beautiful in a way.
Yeah, I mean, even some of the other Ganja members call him beautiful.
Yeah. But yeah, he has no eyes, and and they're like down with it. They're like, let's go.
Well, I mean, like there's nowhere else to go, and if they stay out there, they're most likely gonna get eaten.
But yeah, so like this happens immediately, and he immediately transforms. Like, I have a question. I have a huge question. Like, why doesn't Rico transform right when she passes through that barrier? Because like all of them assume once it happens immediately after you pass through that barrier. But Rico passes through that barrier and nothing happens there. Why doesn't she turn into a hollow if that's all it takes to just pass through that barrier and then they become a hollow? Is it because Yui wants them to turn into these hollows, and then she has a will of her own, and she has no ill will toward? But then all these other hollows,
people, like the people who are never part of Ganja, like those people just change too.
Yeah, I wonder. There's nothing special. There's no ritual that happens.
Yeah,
we see it right here. We see Bella just pass through that barrier
and changes
immediately. But it doesn't happen to Rico. Why?
I wonder if it has to do.
I know.
With
I have Nanachi. She's already hollow.
Yeah.
And Reg, he's a freaking interference unit or whatever.
Yeah.
But like, it should happen.
It should
to Rico, right?
Yeah. Unless so two theories that are kind of in my mind, like just as you brought up the question. One is, if it has to do with desires, I wonder if it's because she herself is still a child and has like a really pure desire.
Oh, because she's a child.
She's still a child, and she has a very pure desire that doesn't affect how she forms. Or she's not a child because she was inside of that encasement.
What was that thing called again? But the thing that brought her back to life.
Yeah, the thing that brought her back to life. Yeah, it slipped my mind. I couldn't remember.
I'll put the name of it.
Yeah, but yeah, so that's my other thing, is like she is a hollow already.
She already is a hollow.
Yeah.
That makes sense too. Yeah, that was actually what I was thinking.
Oh, really?
Because like she's not really a human anymore.
Exactly.
She was dead and she came back to life. And for some reason that's like interfering with what's going on.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if she's not even human, then it shouldn't. She's basically the same as Nanachi.
Yeah, man, could be because she's basically a reanimated corpse.
Yeah.
At this point.
Yeah.
And maybe that's why. It's a good one. But yeah, really interesting that they show that, and that's what happens, and it doesn't happen to Rico. So it kind of gives some credence to like Rico's not normal.
Yeah.
But yeah, okay, and then finally we have Veko, and she doesn't want to be a part of this at all. Like she's not down with this. She doesn't want to have anything to do with this. So she decides to kind of just throw herself off the cliff.
Yeah.
To
end it for everyone. To end it even for Irumi.
If she killed herself there, like, would it be over? Like,
I think so, because I feel like that's what Wazukyan was trying to say. Like, if you're not there, Iruyumi's gonna be sad, basically. And the only thing that Iruyumi ever wanted was for them to be together. And if she's gone, why should she protect everyone? Why should she even do all of this for anyone?
Yeah, man.
I feel like that's why he saved her. It's like, if you're not there, we're all dead.
Yeah, pretty much. And then he traps her in the thing, which is kind of fucked up too.
Yeah. And then you see and then when he grabs her too, it's like you see his arm and he tried to use the egg.
Yes.
I was like,
so this is the third egg here, right?
Yeah.
So, and then you can see it's changing his arm. Like his arm was hitting underneath the cloak the whole time. And then he reaches out, tries to grab her, and we see that his arm has changed.
Yeah.
What do you think he wished for?
I don't know. I have that there too. I'm like, what?
Because he must have wished for something.
Yeah.
But it didn't immediately change him into a tree.
That's one of the questions too.
Maybe his desires are pure. Or like, they're not as complicated as a normal human.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Because
I was he's really some surprised. Kind of like weird being.
Yeah.
He's like a prophet, or like sometimes they say he's been chosen by God.
Yeah, right.
So like, I don't know. He's like something weird.
Yeah, or I kind of do believe like he is very like certain about his desires. Like it's not as convoluted as everyone else. Like, I want this, I want that. Yeah. It's like, no, I want this. And I mean, because he's so like practical and logical, I feel like it's like, no, that's what I want. And that's why it didn't affect as much.
I'm curious to see what his wish was, and I guess it doesn't come true, right? Because there's just not enough time.
Yeah.
And then, we see like Beko inside of Irumyui's head, and Wazukyan has been assimilated into the village, and he has a new form.
Yeah.
And that egg that was inside him also got absorbed into Irumyui once again. So she has 3 eggs at this point.
3 eggs. Yep.
And he just has like a tiny scar on his neck afterwards.
I didn't even notice that. So I bet like when you first see him, it's just like you see it, but it doesn't even
like
occur.
yeah.
Because he's already red in that spot. So it's like blending.
Yeah. But yeah, really good stuff here.
Yeah.
What
really good.
What a revealing scene. I think this and the next scene are the 2 biggest scenes for me.
Oh my gosh, I was so excited for that scene.
Yeah. So, but yeah, that was a good one. And the last and final scene we have here, guys, is a scene I like to call the final child. We were right about the village. I keep saying it's me.
So selfish. I know.
But yeah, dude, come on.
Yeah, no, dude. Like when we sit, I'm like, oh my gosh, this is it. Like she became the village, and she's part of Faputa, or is Faputa? I don't know. Like, I think she is. Like, I think it is.
Yeah. So
what
do you think? What do you think? Like, is it like her reborn, and then she kind of has like a memory, like her memory is lost, or like
does she remember everything? What if she sees Beko?
Yes, that's a huge question that I want to ask you later. Like, what do you think will happen when Beko and Faputa see each other meet each other for the first time? Is it going to be like Irumyui's like feelings and she can recognize her and stuff?
I don't know.
Or is it just like, I don't know you?
I don't know. And then, you know what's crazy? They even specifically say that when Faputa was born, Beko didn't get to see her. So she doesn't even know what Faputa looks like.
Faputa has never seen Beko.
Yeah, they both never seen her.
Will she be able to, will she recognize her?
I don't
She
know.
inherited those desires, those wishes from her mother.
Yeah.
Her mother.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
But those wishes were like the anger she felt, how much she wants to like just get rid of everyone that was part of it. I don't know if the love that she felt for Beko was transferred to her.
Man,
I don't know. Yeah, that's kind of.
I feel like it. Okay, I don't know. We'll talk about it a little bit more.
Yeah.
But basically, what happens in the scene is that we see Faputa being born. We finally see what was foreshadowed in episode like 2 or something like that, where it shows this egg and then she bursts out of it.
Right.
And Irumyui so the second egg starts like reacting, right? And then in secret, Irumyui places the egg outside of the village.
Yeah.
And Faputa is born.
Yeah.
And we can see that some of them know about it. Some of them are right at the border.
Yeah,
and they're like in tears.
Yeah.
And they think, I don't know, what do they think? They're thinking like she's beautiful, right? Or something like that.
I think she represents that, what they were talking about, like this homesickness that they've been longing for, a place to belong. And I feel like she represented all of that, and then now she's in a place where they'll never reach it again. But before, they were all there inside the village together. So it's her way of like taking away stuff from them after they took so much.
Then I felt like them going inside of the village, they felt like some of their sins were washed away because they're sacrificing themselves to the village.
I bet.
And they're like, oh, it's all good.
Yeah, we gave it up.
We gave it up for you.
Yeah.
But like, I don't think Irumyui feels that way. I think she's
not
like,
at all.
You guys stay in here. You guys suffer.
Yeah.
But it's not really. I don't know.
You don't get to have everything. So I will take this little bit that I can, the thing that you want the most, and take it away.
And and then so she's born, and then she immediately, so the new eyes come out and they try to greet her, and then she's like rages on them, kills them immediately.
She kills them so fast. Like, she's so strong.
Yeah.
Like, crazy strong.
She destroyed them like they were like, I don't know, paperweights.
Yeah.
Like I don't even know. Like they were made of aluminum foil. And she tore through them like nothing.
Yeah.
And those things are strong. Like those things are pretty strong, right?
I would think so. They've been surviving in the abyss the whole time,
right,
until that point.
If it's any indication of the one that she has with her, that one's really strong as well.
Yeah.
And yeah, man, it's crazy that she destroys them so easily.
Yeah.
And then she has this like, she's like really she's like really like an animal.
Screeching, and her teeth are like super sharp.
Yeah, I love the look on her face when she's like screeching here.
Yeah.
She's like,
yeah.
Like,
she like changes so quick. She goes from like screeching and like looking really crazy, and then when she notices everyone, she kind of like has this like really frightened animal like look.
yeah, she looks scared of them.
Yeah, right? Like, you know, when you like when you see animals like out in the wild and then they hear you and they freak out. Like I thought of like a deer, like the things that are like they freak out so easily.
Yeah, man. But
yeah. She's free.
She's free, and then she kind of just like goes off on her own, and they can't do shit about it.
Nope.
And then and then it kind of jumps to Veko inside of the head of Irumyui, and she's comforting all of these shapes of
but right before this too, like they also talk about like how she sees the signals. I was kind of always curious about
like,
that.
And it's just like
and it kind of is like synapse, I would imagine, because when you're in like science class or whatever, they kind of tell you that's what it's like and that's what she's feeling.
Yeah, and so, she's like in her head. So like, she's like in her brain.
Yeah, she's in her brain. So it's like, okay, that literally it's like that. So.
And we see all the little creatures once again, and we learn what they are.
Learn what they are.
So they're kind of all of the children that have returned, and those that haven't been born.
Yeah.
Those that haven't been given names.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, this part was so touching. Like I could not hold back my tears. Like it was so sad.
Yeah.
Because it was like
really,
all
and she's spending all the time naming them.
Oh, make me no.
Yeah, it was pretty emotional.
So good.
It was so sweet and so touching.
So sweet.
I love this scene too. It was really
so good.
Adorable, and like Veko's like, I don't know,
she's so
empathy.
selfless. Yeah. Like it's crazy because this whole time she's always like, oh, I'm so like she always thought of herself so like selfish,
right?
And I'm like
she
there's no way.
I think she's like, I'm so selfish. I couldn't choose between you and the people who gave me a place.
So good.
And I don't know. She's like giving up all of herself to kind of take care of the lost children, basically, of Irumyui here.
I know, she named them, and then she's like saying like, oh, I'll sing to you and everything. I was like, oh, that is too sweet.
Yeah. It was really, really tough. And the music that they were playing at this point, it was so it was like, it hit, dude. Yeah. It was a really good scene.
So good. The episode is so good.
Mm-hmm. And then it kind of fades black, and then it goes back to the inn.
Yeah.
And it damn, what a story.
Can you imagine like listening to that story?
How are these guys not in tears?
I know, like.
And then Ma's there's like, Ma.
Yeah. I know. I was like, they're
Did
just.
you even understand any of that, Ma?
I know. I'm like, okay, thanks for breaking the tension, because I was so like, oh my god, so emotional.
I like the Mugi, the restaurant owner. She's just like she looks like pretty much like in awe. Like I don't know.
Can you imagine how long she's been living there and she never knew probably any of this? She was a part of the Ganji gang, so she didn't even know who Veko was.
Oh, I want to mention
all of that was.
I want to mention the little scene where they show the people who were the originals.
Oh yeah.
And it shows their like hollow form.
Yeah.
So we get to see like Ajapoka in his form. We get to see the merchant with all the
with the all the
helmets, and then we see Veko's
lover. Yeah. The one with the one eye.
Pakyo.
Yeah.
I think that's her name.
But yeah.
So
she
with
was
the one
still
eye.
there.
Yeah, she's still there. She's still alive. You can actually see her fighting Ogasumi in the last.
Yeah, that's right. Because I remember seeing the one with the one eye. I wonder.
She's like shooting the projectile. Dude, she's been alive for hell long too.
She's been a long time. Can you imagine if she sees Veko?
Or the merchant with all the helmets. Like we've seen both of them.
Yeah.
So.
Crazy.
Yeah, it's gonna be crazy. I don't know what they think happened to Veko. I wonder what they think. Like she just died or something.
They must. I mean, what did Wazukan tell them?
Yeah, what did Wazukan tell them?
I think he's like, she died. She died.
She's gone.
Like, or she got absorbed into the village, and then I mean, I would believe that. I'd be like, okay, that seems possible.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, man, crazy.
So a question about like, so those little babies, the babies, or the black stuff that was still the balancing. So is that's still Irumi wishes, right? Like, because if she had those babies come back and they control the balancing is still her choice of creating value or creating fairness in the village, right?
Yeah.
Man, I can't believe how deep Iruyumi's wishes go. Like for the village, the desires, the changing people into their forms, and I don't know, like for a child's wish supposedly supposed to be pure and easy to understand, like there's so much that changes this whole.
I think she's been through way more than a normal child. I think
actually that's true. Yeah.
Because like with all of her childhood trauma and like her parents and her brothers, like kind of casting her out.
Yeah.
Like she's been through way more trauma and way more like tame than a normal child, I think.
True.
And that's why she's so complex, I think.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. Like, I mean, can you imagine what would happen if you
pet died and she's in this situation where she's like with these people who she doesn't even know.
Yeah.
Really, and they're all dying around her and they want her to save them, you know? I don't know. It's too much for a child, you know?
Too much for a child. I mean, like, it's too much probably even for an adult, but then it's a child going through all of this.
Yeah. But man.
Yeah.
And then in this scene, we kind of learn that Faputa inherited all 3 of these eggs.
Yeah.
So she has all 3 of them in her. And maybe, I don't know.
She can use them?
Maybe, I don't know. Who knows?
Do you think, you know how she has 3?
Can she release them? Like,
I don't know.
Are those the 3 things
Yeah, that's what I was
on her
going to say
head?
too. Like, is it the 3 things on her head?
She did rip one off.
No, she didn't. It was still there.
Was it still there?
Yeah, it was still. So even though she ripped her ear off, like I was looking at it, it was still like there.
Was it like a egg-shaped thing?
No, it wasn't egg shaped. It was still like this red thing. But it's kind of strange that there are these like 3 red things like on her.
But then the necklace had 3 bones.
That's true. That's true.
I don't know.
Maybe. I don't know. I mean, if she has them, they're in her somewhere.
But yeah. So her goal is to basically essentially destroy the village, free her mother.
Free her mother.
Do you think that's possible? Do you think Irumyuri can be freed? Or it's just like kind of like symbolism for freeing her by destroying her, killing her?
Yeah.
She's not actually still in there somewhere.
Yeah, I mean, like I definitely view that as like you're freeing them. Like if I think of someone
freeing
who's
her like soul, right?
like freeing her soul, like someone maybe in like
what if she's actually
vegetative
still
state?
in there?
I don't know.
She's like she frees her like. There's like a little prison cell down there.
Like it opens up and she's in there. That's that's way too nice.
Wishful
No,
thinking.
that is too wishful because you saw her transform already.
Yeah,
like it's gone. Like she disappeared into her new form a long time ago.
Yeah. So what do you? So they mention in this scene, can't you talk to her? Like Rico asks Veko, like, can you talk to her? Can you tell her what's up?
Yeah.
And what do you think is gonna happen if they were to speak to each other? Like, ooh.
I don't know. A part of me, I want to say that some part of her will reach out and she'll remember Veko, but
something.
I don't know.
It has to,
I don't
right?
know.
Because is she more Irumyui or is she more herself? Like, is she a totally separate being? Is Irumyui truly a mother and she's the daughter? But they look so similar.
Yeah.
And then she even has, like, she inherited the wish and, like, she has the 3 things on her head.
Yeah.
Like, it looks so similar to Irumyui that it's like, is this just Irumyui reborn? Or is this, like, a separate entity that is really just, like, a daughter? Because, like, when you think of a daughter, it's like, you're separate from your parents. You're not a reincarnation of your parents.
You're not, but like I feel like the way that Faputa was born was from her desires. Like, you know, in a totally different sense. Like her creation was her deepest desire to get away from everyone and possibly kill everyone later. So I don't know if any part of that is going to be like the love for Veko anymore.
And it's also,
I feel like that's the village. The village is supposed to be what remembers at least even a little bit of Veko. What do you think?
guess we'll see. I don't know. I guess that's something that we have to see. Like, I'm so curious to see what's gonna happen when they actually do see each other. Are emotions gonna come out for Faputa? Like, is she gonna recognize her because she's never seen Veko? You know?
Yeah.
If she recognizes her, that means part of Iruyumi is inside of her.
Yeah.
So I guess we have to really wait and see what Faputa's reaction to Veko is. Is she gonna embrace Veko and love her or not recognize her at all?
Yeah, I don't know. What do you guys think?
Yeah, what do you guys think?
Faputa is Iruyumi or totally separate from her?
So curious.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, that was a crazy episode.
It was so good, like fantastic. That
very
was
satisfying.
It was
very
satisfying and an emotional roller coaster. Honestly, like I wasn't expecting that. I mean, just learning that, you know, what we were talking about before is just the satisfaction, and then the whole mom. Oh God, it was so emotional.
Irumyui is the village.
She is the village.
We called it.
I know. Yeah.
And Faputa is a separate being.
Yeah.
Is someone else entirely.
But born
but
from...
still kind of Irumyui in a way.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
It was satisfying for me, and I loved it. It was an amazing episode. Tell me what you guys think in the comment down below. Did you guys like this one?
How much did you guys like this episode?
It.
Oh my god, I loved it. I loved it.
It was a great.
Oh, there's nothing better than like when you start to feel so much for the characters, like the writing, the emotion, the voice acting,
the music.
Like it was all so good together.
That could have been the finale.
That could have been the finale. Now it would have been like so good.
We're getting close though. That was episode 8. We have presumably four episodes left. And man, dude, this season has not let up. Every single episode has been so good, so satisfying, and I'm loving this adaptation. It's great.
Love.
All right, guys. You have anything else you want to mention?
No, that's all.
I think that's probably it for us today, guys. Thank you so much.
I know. Thank you, guys.
If you guys like this episode, maybe go down below. Hit that lickety like button.
Yeah.
Maybe consider subscribing.
Yeah.
It helps Algorithm Senpai notice us that little bit more.
Onegaishimasu, Algorithm Senpai.
Notice us, please.
Notice, please.
And lastly, as always, we want to say thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you, guys. Really, like, man, the comments for...
The comments on the last video were
fire.
really good.
I loved it. I loved reading
them.
your guys' theories and what you guys thought. It was so wonderful to read. So thank you guys so much.
Yeah.
Like, I love our conversations, and I love that you guys are still interacting with us. And so thank you. Thank you so much.
Until the next one, I guess, huh? All right, guys, this is it. I guess we'll catch you guys on the next one. Later.
Bye.